Good day to everyone. Have you ever heard of the parable of the sower? The parable of the sower is an allegory. It helps you to see the meaning behind this story.
There once was a farmer who went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on the rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they withered because they had no root. Other seeds fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Luckily, other seeds fell on good soil, where it produced a crop more than what was sown. So to relate this to the parable of education, the first pathway represents children who heard the lesson, but when bad friends came immediately, they are lost and don't want to listen to instructions anymore. Second, the rocky ground represents children who respond with initial enthusiasm, but the lesson did not sink in deep or not rooted. When a test or hard times, that represents the sun, come along, they give up at once. Third, the ground with thorny bushes represent the worried children, who are more concerned of rewards, medals, and praises alone. And without this, they get choked and may not perform excellently. Lastly, the ground with good soil. They represent children who heard the lesson and live it in their whole lives, and they continue to produce a good crop. They grow and bear good fruit. The sower represents God, and the seed is His message.
In relation to education, we are the sower. We are given a task to cultivate a good soil to our students. Here on SISB School, we are trained to be the good sower.
Singapore International School of Chiangmai is filled with students with a heart of different grounds. These are the ELL or English language learners, where English is not their main language or first language. So teachers all over the world are challenged to cultivate good soil in the hearts of their students. But how can we make this possible? This is the reason why we'll be tackling this topic today. ELS, English Language Support for ELLS, English Language Learners using differentiated instructions. In SISB School, it is a common practice for ESL teachers to offer both pull-out and push-in services for their children. These are two very important elements in the English language acquisition process and can be a great benefit not only to the students but also to the teachers. For push-in services, the ESL teachers goes to the ESL students' regular classroom and helps the students with whatever work or activity is going on at that certain time. For pull-out classes, students with no English or very low level of English proficiency are grouped together in a small classroom in an ESL classroom. The goal is to develop their English level at a point at which they feel secure and are able to function in their regular classrooms with minimum assistance. So here are the ways how to differentiate the instructions depending on the child's level of English. Step 1. Assess the level of English skills. We may use RAS Kids, reading theory, and many more to assess the kids. But I highly recommend to you the WIDA or World Class Instruction Design and Assessment. It develops and provides proven tools and support to help multilingual learners and their educators to succeed. Students will be assessed in 4 language domains to know their proficiency level. In addition, we need to collaborate and brainstorm with the other teachers as well, the subject teachers and the homeroom teachers. And most especially to build a strong parent and teacher rapport. At this point, we will know that the child is capable of and which area of language domain he or she needs support. An American teacher, Robert John Meehan, said, "Education requires a collective effort. The teacher, the students, the parents, and the community." Step number 2. To create learning stations and exciting activities. After knowing the child's language proficiency, his or her strengths and weaknesses, you will probably have students who excel in one area, such as conversation, but struggles in another area, like grammar perhaps. Learning centers and the exciting activities are a great opportunity for students to focus on in all areas that challenge them. That way, in one class period, you can have some students working on grammar and others on pronunciation and still others on vocabulary, and everyone is working on the skill they most need to improve. Teachers may not be able to be in several places at one time, but they will walk from learning center to learning center, checking in one students and seeing their progress as well as correcting their mistakes.
Take a glimpse of this learning station and the very exciting activities. See it to yourself. Okay, so we talk about rhyming words. Rhyming words means?
Two words sound the same.
Yes, very good. Two words that sound the same. So I'll have hop. Hop. Which word do you think rhymes the same with hop?
Shop.
Shop. Okay, let's get it in the shop. Good. So can you say shop and hop?
Shop and hop.
Okay, now it's Leo's turn. Leo, can you get one? And then you get string.
Ring.
Yes, okay, can you put it in the ring? Okay, very good. Can you say it?
String. Ring.
Very good. Now it's Tim's turn. Get a team. Pick one word and then look for a word that rhymes.
Cork.
Cork. Cork. Where do you think cork?
Fork.
Okay, good. Can you say it? Ready, go.
Cork.
Fork and cork. Okay, go team. Log. Where do you think log? Log and jog. Okay, jog. Yay, good job. Say, can you say it?
Log. Jog.
Very good. What else? That's it. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Oil and soil. Yay, correct. Good job. And wow, very good. Correct. Okay, so you'll be watching a video about rhyming words. What is rhyming words again?
Like a word that's
The what?
like
Rhyme.
sign. Like the sound is almost like this.
Is it almost the same? Is that correct, Jean? Yes, okay. So let's look. The word is dad. Let's see.
Word rhymes with dad. Is it nap or sad?
Okay, which one is it? Dad, nap, or sad? Okay, and then you show to me, please. Show to me. Show to me. Okay, very good. Put it down. Okay, Dream, can you read for me? Okay, how about Jean? Jean, can you read for me, Jean? Dad and sad. Very good. Let's go to the next one. 1 point.
I knew you could do it.
You can write a star for yourself.
Rhymes with sad.
Yes.
Dad, sad. Awesome.
Correct. Good. The next one.
Which word rhymes with
Pen.
pen?
We have
Is
the
it
pen
pen
and the
or
sun.
sun?
Which one do you think?
Great job. The word pen rhymes
With. Yay! Good job. Okay. Show to me. Dream, show to me. Good. Okay. Let's ask now. Jean, can you read for me?
Pen.
Good. How about Dream? Can you read for me, Dream? Very good. Pen and pen.
I'm
Yeah.
pen and pen. They rhyme. Which word rhymes with ten? Is it man or run?
Okay, go. Is it Jean? 10, man or run? 10, man or run? What do you think? Okay, can you show to me? Show me the answer? Okay, let's have Dream. Can you read to me, Dream? What's your answer?
10 men.
Can you say 10 and man?
10 and men.
10 and man. How about you? 10 and man. Why not run?
Because it didn't sound.
It doesn't sound the Run does not have E, and the sound is not the same. Very good. Okay, what is rhyming words again?
Rhyming words is the two words are almost the same sound.
Not almost, but always have the same sound. Okay, can you give me an example of
Cat,
rhyming
mat.
words? Cat and mat. How about you?
Map, nap.
Map and nap. Okay, but don't you know that rhyming words also have different spellings? Can you see that? You have the door. Can you spell the door, Leon?
D-O-O-R.
And then Mary, can you spell for?
M-O-U-R.
And both of you, can you spell more?
M-O-R-E.
Do they have the same spelling?
No.
But why did teacher Girley put them here as rhyming words?
Because they sound the same.
Because they sound the same, right? So, these three have different spelling, but they sound the same. Okay, now I want you to write in your whiteboards the words I'm going to say, and you're going to circle the three words that are the same. Are you ready? First word is say, S-A-Y. Good. Next one is town, T-O-W-N. Next word is brown, B-R-O-W-N. And the next word is noun, N-O-U-N. Good, okay. Circle the three words that have the same sound. Three words that rhyme. Town. Okay. Are you sure with your answers?
Yes.
Okay, let's ask Mary. Mary, can you give me one word?
Now.
Only one. Okay, brown. How about Leon?
Now.
Noun. How about Mary?
Town.
Okay. Why did you circle those three when they don't have the same spelling? Let's ask Leon. Why did you circle those three words?
Because they sounded the same.
Because they sound the same. But do they have the same spelling, Mary?
No.
Why not? They're different in... Are these words the same things?
No.
They are what? Different?
What?
Different words, correct? They're different words and they're different things. So they don't have the same spelling, but they rhyme. Okay, erase. Next words.
Words.
Yes, words. Erase all. The next word. Are you ready? Okay, next one. The next word is for. F-O-U-R, for. Where. W-H-E-R. Where is Mary? W-H-E-R-E. Where. W-H-E-R-E. Where. Next one is chair. C-H-A-I-R. Chair. Next one is where. W-E-A-R. E-A-R. Okay, let's read first. Leon, can you read the first word?
For.
The next word?
Where.
Okay. Next, Mary, can you read the next word?
Chair. Where.
Okay. Which three words sounds the same?
Circle.
Yeah, circle it, please. Good. Okay. Leon, can you read to me, Leon?
Where. Chair. And another where.
And another where. Okay, how about Mary? Can you read your answer for me, Mary?
Where. Chair.
Where, chair. Do they all sound the same?
Yes.
Okay, but why do they don't have the same spelling?
Because they're different words.
Because they're different words.
And different meaning.
And different meaning. Very good. But all of those three words
Sound the same.
sound the same. Very good. Good job, okay? Well done. Now you can erase your words. Yes, erase all.
That scaffolding can be accomplished in a variety of ways. I have found that providing students with a few minutes of independent think time before engaging in the group activity at each station will help them develop their thoughts and strategies. It allows them to share with their group without being bulldozed by the students who knows what to do as soon as the teacher says so. It does take some legwork, but the benefits more than justify that extra work. Step 3. Activities with different senses. Visual. According to Dr. Lynn Burmark, an education consultant and winner of Stanford University, she said that unless our words, concept, ideas are hooked into an image, they will go in one ear and sail through the brain and go out on the other ear. Words are processed by our short-term memory, where we can only retain about 7 bits of the information. That's why she said that using visual presentation, the child can recall 80% of the information after 3 hours. According to Robert E. Horn, he explained that when words and visual elements are closely entwined, we create something new and we augment our communal intelligence. Visual language has the potential for increasing human bandwidth, the capacity to take in, comprehend, and more efficiently synthesize large amounts of new information. Tactile. Throughout the years, touch has been known to help prevent fidgeting, loss of attention, and even less distraction in the classroom. Since many children have plenty of energy and low attention spans, sitting still in a desk or in the table is the fastest way to lose them in the classroom. Tactile learning system avoid that by having children focus on something they are doing with their hands. In the research study conducted by Dr. Hatfield from the University of Cincinnati, he describes that affectionate, positive touch is associated with enhancements learning language processing, improved problem solving, and increased physical recovery speed in children and adults. Research has found out that tactile input is combined with activity that has a specific purpose and it enhances learning. Auditory. Stories told in audiobooks or radio theater that have silly voices and dramatic elements can spark our children's imagination and make listening to the story very fun. Carol Copy, a content producer of Focus on the Family, said, "Listening also is a major factor in language development. It is the first language skill that we have as babies. Listening to speech will help our kids with pronunciation and fluency and will expand their vocabulary." Kinesthetic. According to changingminds.org, using kinesthetic learning, the child can recall 90% of the information after 3 hours and 70% after 3 days. A Chinese philosopher named Confucius said, "I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand." Step 4. Assign open-ended project. What is the importance of open-ended project aside from learning process? It allows a child to demonstrate his or her capabilities while working independently. It shows the child's ability to apply desired skills. Sylvia Charge is a professor of the elementary education at University of Alberta. She said in her project, one of the major advantages of project work is that it makes school more like real life. It's an in-depth investigation of a real-world topic worthy of children's attention and effort. But make sure you must have criteria and rubrics. Step number 5. Flexible grouping. Differentiated instruction begins with knowing who students are as learners. These also help us to know how and when to use multiple instruction strategies so that students will have an opportunity to learn in multiple ways. With flexible grouping, students are grouped and ungrouped over the course of the school day and the school year. Typical grouping includes whole class instructions, small class instructions, one-to-one instruction, peer teaching pairs, partner learning, independent instructions, and cooperative small group learning. This flexible way of organizing groups allows for targeted small group instruction to children who share similar learning needs, interests, or learning preferences.
Students need the opportunity to work by themselves and also work with group. In this way, they can learn and they can grow.
If you are inflexible, you might find that students are unable to follow exactly what you are trying to teach them, as it isn't suited to their specific needs. No matter how well you know your students, no matter how many times you've taught them, you know for sure how they will react to specific topics. The more flexible a teacher's approach, the higher the chances are of increased students' participation and engagement, ensuring that no child gets left behind under your watch. Step 6. Task cards. There are many benefits to using task cards with ELS. One benefit is that task cards present information in small chunks and increase students' engagement. Task cards are easy to provide differentiation and target skills. Students can quiz each other or work collaboratively to come up with an answer. This is a great way to integrate oral language development with content learning. Step 7. Learning with technology. The implementation of technology in schools helps close the gap. Technology has the ability to enhance relationships between teachers and students. Students are also able to collaborate with their own classmates through technology application. Step 8. Outdoor learning games.
Let's take a glimpse of the actual outdoor games activities. Take note, make sure that even though you're working it outside, you are still in the learning goals. You are still doing the learning objectives.
Okay, horse, and horse. Okay, can you read for me?
Horse.
Yes. Why not? Why you didn't write the note? It doesn't sound the same. Very good. Well done, Dream. Okay, you can erase and give 1 star for yourself. Draw a star for your points. Okay, what's your answer, Jean?
Glide.
Slide. So this is for the slide. What rhymes with slide?
Glide.
Glide and what else? Hide. Okay, can you write it down? Can you read for me? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Glide. Hide.
Glide and hide. Why you didn't write door?
Because it doesn't rhyme.
Because it does not rhyme. Very good. Okay, erase and give yourself 1 star. Good job. Okay. What 2 words rhymes with chair?
Chair, hair,
And
there.
there. Okay. Why did you not write ox?
Because there's air and air, there's hair and there, but this is ox. It's not air.
Okay, the sound is not air, so they don't rhyme with the word
Chair.
share. Very good. So can you say these 3 words again?
Chair, hair, there.
Very good, girl. Okay, now you can erase and give yourself a star for your score. Good job, Mary. So, Leon, what are the 2 words that rhyme with the word tree?
Me and he.
Me and he. Why you didn't write 4? Because, yes, it doesn't sound the same like tree. But are these 3 words have the same spelling?
No.
But why did you write them?
Because they sounded the same.
Okay, can you read again your words?
Tree. Me. He.
Very good. Well done, Leon. Okay, can you erase it and give a star for yourself? Although technology in the classroom has provided numerous benefits, studies have shown that more than one spent indoors is hurting children's health and development. At the same time, research suggests that outdoor activities can be a huge benefit for a child's educational growth. Simge Ilsa Ulsa in 2016 in her article Outdoor Environment and Outdoor Activities, she said that these are various reasons for students to be learning English as a second language. It is extra lesson addition to a normal school routine. With this in mind, the English teacher should create a fun learning environment different from the normal routine. This encourages the students and keep them motivated. She suggested that outdoor activities can be hugely beneficial for child's educational growth. Outdoor activities ensures lessons to be fun and interactive and engaging while still achieving the goals of the lesson. Step 9. Use sentence frames. Sentence frames are a great starting point for ELS to begin forming answers on their own because they aren't having to think about how to correctly phrase an answer and they can instead focus their cognitive effort on the academic content. By providing the students with a structure for their response, they'll already have an idea of what being asked of them. Remember, ELS may not understand every word of the instructions, so the sentence frame gives them a better idea of the response you are expecting. Even when ELS understand the instructions and the type of response they should give, they may still get stuck when it comes to the time to produce a response because they aren't sure how to phrase it in the English. With sentence frames, students can focus on the content because the correct sentence structure is already written for them. ELS can learn more easily by good modeling and repetition. Step 10. Diary and journal writing. The word diary comes from the Latin word diarium, where the di means day in modern English and the suffix arium and its modern equivalent, the suffix "ari", stands for in connection with or pertaining to. Thus, a diary is a daily log that records the events that happen during the day. It is updated on a daily basis. Learning to write for fun in the form of diary and journaling can be amazingly beneficial to language learners. When we write freely, the truth about our active vocabulary is revealed. It makes the vocabulary personal, which increases retention. When journaling, students have opportunity to incorporate everything that they have learned. Should the teacher correct ELS journal in order to make journaling a safe and brain-friendly activity? Well, you may choose to have students self-correct as a supplementary activity, or you can correct it by yourself and let them understand which one they need to improve. So this is diary and writing journals. According to Tomlinson, a very famous writer, in her book Differentiating Instruction, she said, "In the end, all learners need your energy, your heart, and your mind. They have that in common because they are young humans. How they need you, however, differs. Unless we understand and respond to those differences, we fail many learners." In the book of Ellen G. White, Education, she said, "The work of the sower is a work of faith. So parents and teachers are to labor expecting the harvest from the seed they sow. There can be no life without growth." In other words, it can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning. Everything in the story represents something else. It is a growth parable. The garden of the heart must be cultivated. That is what Ellen G. White said in her education book, page 112. That is why, here at SISB School, our school mission is to be a world-class school that provides the students with holistic education to make the world a better place.
I hope you learned a lot from this short presentation. This is Teacher Girley John Aurelio Bagay, signing off.